Beijing, ancient capital, modern metropolis, the home of emperors, and the heart of a great cultural tradition. Beijing, old and sedate, young and dynamic, a modern open city on the fast track to reinventing itself. Beijing, where two worlds mingle. Being Beijing is experiencing the life, seeing the sights, sampling the culture. That's being Beijing.
Beijing is my home. I was born in this huge city, but left as a child many years ago. Since coming back, I've met the new face of Beijing. However, despite all the changes, tradition still stands strong. There's a certain Beijingness in the air that's bound to immerse you with its presence.
For most people in Beijing, Shichahai is a place filled with memories. As children, they came to play by these waters. They strolled under the weeping willows and possibly met their first love here. Now, although the Beijing of today is no longer simply that, there have been many new elements incorporated. What are they exactly? Well, that's exactly why we are here. I'm Yin, and welcome to Travelog. Welcome to the Beijing series.
Strolling through Shichahai, you may forget that you are in the heart of a busy metropolis. Who would have thought that just 4 kilometers north of the Forbidden City, we'd find a place like this? The area of Shichahai actually encompasses 3 bodies of water: Tianhai, Xihai, and most famous of all, Hohai. To get here, take the subway to Gulou and walk 10 minutes south. It's a relaxing place. Come hang out with your friends or enjoy the sunshine.
In Hohai, probably the best method of walking around here is to take a bicycle to get through those little hutongs and the little alleys. 师傅，这自行车怎么租的呀
1个小时20。
20那这种。
单车1个小时10块。
Not expensive. For 10 kuai, you can get one of these bikes for an hour. 要这个吧啊。Okay. Now, I'm geared with the right equipment. I forgot how to ride this thing.
The character Hai of Shichahai literally means ocean, and long ago, the lake was called an ocean for its grand size. So, my day begins to see if Beijing is anything like it was in my childhood. In the past, the Beijing people would get up every morning to the sound of the bell from the bell tower. As early as 2,000 years ago, the morning bell and evening drum could be heard resonating throughout the city. Today, 15 RMB is all it takes to get a taste of this place. According to legend, the official charged with casting the bell tried and failed repeatedly. Finally, his daughter, fearing of further delays, threw herself into the bronze, hoping to move the gods to ensure a perfect casting. 100 meters south of the bell tower stands the drum tower.
Shall I continue with the drums? You see, the drums obviously are a musical instrument, but since ancient times in China, it's also been used as a time announcing tool, sort of like a clock, because everyone in the ancient city would be able to hear the banging of the drums, and it signified to them the hour it was during the day. Sometimes it would be hit very quickly, and other times slower. Thus, the banging of the drums helped the people know what time it was and helped regulate their lives and their work.
People still strike the drum, but it's more of a performance, a way of reenacting the customs of the past. And the entrance here is only 20 RMB. not expensive at all. Back in the old days, the drum was beaten quickly 18 times and then slowly 18 times.
There, the second, the third, and finally into this cylinder. And once the cylinder fills up with water, this ruler would go up slowly. And on the ruler you see markings with the different times of day. And every 15 minutes, this man here with the cymbal would strike.
Shichahai has always been a good place to relax, and many government officials, celebrities, and monks chose to build mansions and temples here. Just north of Shichahai, a 15-minute walk from the Drum Tower, we find Prince Gong's mansion, constructed in 1777. It was designed as a paradise for the elite, and you may be surprised to know that this back garden is bigger than the garden in the Forbidden City itself. Prince Gong's position was similar to that of a present-day diplomat, and his mansion reflected his more worldly interests. This gate is a perfect harmonization of Western style with ancient Chinese carvings. On the top of the gate, the Chinese characters translate as "wishing for spring in the garden all year round." The mansion is full of cultural connotations. Most obvious is the Fu culture. Fu is the Chinese character representing fortune and luck, and you may notice the carvings of bats. They're called Bian Fu, and they're supposed to spread luck and good fortune. It's believed that there are almost 10,000 Fu depictions here, including a handwritten character by Emperor Kangxi.
You'll notice something quite peculiar about this path. You see, although it's going uphill, there are no steps. And that was done on purpose, because the owner of the palace wanted his life to be perfectly smooth, upright, and no obstacles.
No visit to Prince Gong's mansion is complete without a look at the opera theater, included in the 60 RMB entrance fee. The environment and decoration remind you that this is an entertainment arena for royalty. Today, drinking a cup of tea and watching a good traditional show, you're taken back in time to Prince Gong's world. A popular means of transport through the long alleyways, or hutongs, is the rickshaw. People say that the real culture of Beijing is the culture of the hutong and courtyard.
Sir, 你是 Miss， 这给他打一声招呼，翻译他到中国来就是我要come to 北京，然后就是问他，有老北京的胡同，摆着 rickshaw。
Amongst the vehicles of today's world, this old-style transportation is like a bus or taxi of the past. And your driver may turn out to be a great guide. A lot of the drivers aren't Beijing locals themselves, but are sure to answer all your questions about the hutongs. And in English, maybe. Where there's a hutong, there's a story. The residences in the hutongs bear markings of the family status. In olden times, a strict feudal hierarchy was observed, so the social class of the courtyard owners, including the members of the imperial family, dictated the architectural style, scale, and even the decorations.